Hey everyone, my name is Ty and welcome back to the channel. So I don't know about you guys, but Mom always tried to look out for me. She tried to give me good advice, and sometimes she passed down some wisdom that was given to her from her mom and dad. So today what we're going to be talking about is 10 things that your parents used to tell you that have been debunked. Stick around. Well, good morning or good afternoon, wherever and whenever you are. I sure am glad that you guys have decided to join me for this ride. Let's talk about these things that mom and dad might have told you, even your grandparents in some of these circumstances, that might just not be true. Let's start with this one. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. Now, I was told that growing up. I'm not sure by who, but man, I definitely have heard that one. But according to this article that I was reading with all these debunked facts, is that cracking your knuckles might cause weakness in the knuckles, but it doesn't necessarily cause arthritis. There's no studies that show that cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. I just don't see how it can. You know, you pap, 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 pap with your knuckles all the time. I would think that was cause arthritis. But I was told when I was growing up that it did, but I guess not. Debunked fact number one. All right, what about this one? Shaving your hair causes it to grow back thicker. So this article was saying that is not true. And you know what? Excuse me. You know what? I believe that is the case. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I would love to grow in like a full beard. You know, a full Duck Dynasty beard. Bang! You know, that type of thing. But, and I've, you know, taken my razor and I'll shave from time to time and do my thing. But mine doesn't grow back any thicker. That's for sure. I don't know if you guys have had any experience different than that. Be sure to let me know. But this one, yeah, I think I might agree with this one, that shaving your hair doesn't necessarily mean it's going to grow back thicker. That's fact number two. Okay, in this video I've got 2 dog facts, but right now we're just going to be discussing one, and this is one that I've heard time and time again, and that is that a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's. Yep, I've heard it before. Cleaner than a human's. So what this article was saying is that dogs and humans both have about the same amount of bacteria in your mouth, but humans typically, for the most part, practice better hygiene. So, you know, I guess if a dog was going to brush its teeth on a regular basis, they might be in better shape. But I'm telling you, I don't see how in the world this could be true. I mean, I love my dogs. But the stuff they eat, holy cow, off the ground and off the floor. This says that's not the case. Dogs do not have a cleaner or dirtier mouth than humans. I find it hard to believe. I'm not sure I subscribe to that, but that's what the article says. All right, you guys remember that movie with Scarlett Johansson? She somehow ingests some type of chemical, and then all of a sudden, boom, she's able to use 100% of her brain capacity. You know what I'm talking about, right? Is it called Susie or something like that? Anyway, I can't remember. So one of the things I've always heard is that people only use about 10% of their brain power.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
I don't know if that's true or not. This article says it is definitely not true, that most people use all of their brain power, and as a matter of fact, about a 1/5 of what you eat, about a 1/5 of the calories that you eat go to fueling your brain. So it says most people use their full brain capacity. If that is the case, I just don't see a lot of hope for this world. But anyway, 10% of the brain power, this article says, not true. All right, growing up, what happened if you were in the car and you were driving around with your mom and dad and that type of thing, and it was dark outside and somebody turned on the interior light? Well, my mom would go into complete freak out mode. You know why? Because not only is it illegal, but it is dangerous to ride or to drive with that light on when it's dark outside. Or so I was told. It's funny, you know, because I passed this fear along to my children when they were little. You know, when they were little and they were growing up and that type of thing, if it was dark outside and they turned that light on, Dad goes into complete freak out mode. My daughter still picks on me about this, and she'll occasionally send me a meme of like a car going over a cliff because somebody turned the light on or that type of thing. Anyway, but that's what I was always told. It was illegal and dangerous, and in fact it's not. So that's one of those things that this article says has also been debunked. So are you guys a coffee drinker? I know in our house we are a coffee drinker. I like to have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and my wife drinks pots of coffee throughout the day. Pots of coffee. So have you guys ever heard that coffee stunts your growth? Well, I haven't heard that about coffee. I've heard that about caffeine specifically. But this article went on to say that that is not true, and there is no known studies that provide any type of evidence that coffee stunts your growth. And my wife is, well, she's living proof of that, because she's pretty tall for a female. She's right at 5'9", and she drinks a lot of coffee, and I'm very thankful for that, especially in the mornings. So does coffee stunt your growth? Not according to this article. You know, if you swallow chewing gum, it stays in your stomach for 7 years. You ever hear that one? Yeah, so did I. Well, that is actually not the case. Now, your body does have a problem digesting chewing gum, kind of like the same way it does corn, if you catch my drift. So your body does have a problem digesting some things, but it actually stays in your system as long as any other type of food that you have. Your body will eventually get rid of the gum. No, it does not stay in your stomach for 7 years. This is not the case, but man, I sure was told that growing up. You know, I was also told not to swallow watermelon seeds. Have you guys heard that one? If you swallow watermelon seeds, somehow they'll get attached to the side of your stomach, and then you'll have a big watermelon grow in your belly. Anyway, that's what I was told. And I don't know about you guys, but during the summertime when I was a kid and I was growing up, man, I was in a swimming pool all the time. So, of course, we've all heard, don't pee in the pool because it'll turn the water blue. You know, I believed this my whole life growing up. I mean, when I was a kid, I eventually learned, you know, that's not necessarily the case.
Oh my God, you're humiliating me!
But anyway, heard this time and time again. And when I was with my buddies at this swimming pool, we were all terrified about taking a pee in the pool, and you know, it turns blue and everybody knows and you get embarrassed and that type of thing. So this article goes to say, I don't know if it's true or not, just what this article said, that there is no known chemical that will turn the water blue in a swimming pool just because you pee in it. I don't know if it's true. It sounds like it would be a good idea if that's not the case. But anyway, this article says that's not the case. There's no known thing. So I guess you jump in a swimming pool, you can just let it rip. You're not going to get embarrassed. Are you a heavy sleeper, and do you sleep with your mouth open? I don't know, after reading this one, it makes me want to, like, I don't know, wear a mask to bed or something, because it said in there that there's an old wives' tale, and I've heard this one, that the typical person swallows anywhere from 8 to 10 spiders a year. That is absolutely and totally disgusting. I don't know if it's true or not. This article went on to say that they didn't know of any studies that could prove or deny that. I've always heard that. I've always heard that. And that is just absolutely disgusting. Just the thought of some bug crawling around in my mouth while I'm sleeping. Oh, God, just whew, can't even hardly talk about it without gagging. Anyway, I'm going to skip over this one as quickly as possible because they say that that information is simply just not true. I've always heard that dogs see in black and white. Well, this article goes on to say that that's not necessarily true, that dogs do not see the full spectrum of colors that human beings see, but they do see colors. And you could really say that they are more like a red-green colorblind than anything else, and I'm glad for that. I want puppies of the world to be able to see some type of colors. That would definitely make life more interesting. I'm glad they still see in some type of color, but I've always heard that the dogs see in black and white. I guess it's not true. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me for this video today. These type of videos are a lot of fun for me. They don't get a whole lot of views, but they're just fun to do a ride and record. So anyway, I hope you guys have an excellent day, and we'll talk to you again soon.